morning I'm in West Mersea and I'm making my way out to the packing shed, which is directly in front of me, because I'm going to be operating on HF with the Xiegu G90, which I've only used a couple of times now. I need to get to grips with it more. I used it once to operate from Cobmarsh Island, which is just sort of slightly over to my left. Let me turn around. It's kind of directly in front of me, but today I'm going out to Packing Shed Island, which is now directly in front of me, where I can go into the shed and be a bit more comfortable than I was the other day. Okay, I'm all unpacked. I'll just tell you a little bit about the packing shed before I get started. It's a former oyster packing shed that sits on its own little island called Packing Marsh Island, but the island's also known as Packing Shed Island, which I tend to call it that. And the oyster industry was really big around here many years ago. There's still an oyster industry here, but much smaller than it used to be. And just here are where the oyster pits used to be, where they used to the oyster beds. They used to leave the oysters here once they'd dredged them up to clean as the tide kind of came in and out. So the shed's about 55 foot long by about 13 foot wide. Let me just take you inside. And it's now run by a charitable trust called the Packing Shed Trust, which I'm one of the trustees, and we hold open days out here, cream tea open days, and we also hire the shed out for functions, weddings, birthday parties, retirement parties, you name it, and various other functions. We've had school children out here, regimental dinners, all manner of stuff. Here's some artifacts here that have been found in and around the shed. Some bottles that have all washed up on the beach. This is what we call Museum Corner, and normally we have little cards out here to explain what all of the little bits and pieces are. This is the kitchen area, but we've closed up for the winter. We have a toilet which is flushed from using rainwater, which is collected in these two tanks from the roof. And we also have two generators, which the one that's running is normally outside, and as we have a microwave, and we bring a tea urn out here and whatnot. So this is a kitchen area, just trestle tables, but everything's kind of packed up for the winter at the moment, because we close for the winter period. So this bench here normally sits outside, and we have some information boards here and loads of chairs, and obviously you've seen the trestle table. So I generally operate from here. I've got all of my kit laid out, as I like to get all my ducks in a row, as I say. I've got the Xiegu G90 there, running off of a Zippy Flight Max 8.4 amp hour battery. Got my phone there. Importantly, I've got the instruction operation manual for the G90. I've also got my bought my antenna analyzer out, but what I'll do when I've finished using that is I'll put it in the little pouch that I carry it around in, and I'll use that to lift the radio up a little bit. So here's all the aerial stuff for the aerial. I'm going to put link dipoles up today. So I've got two link dipole here for 40 and 80. So I'm going to go into 80 first, and then I've got just a separate dipole for 20. What I need to do really is make up a dipole for 80, 40 and 20, which are probably the bands that one would use the most. I've got my feed here, which is RG174, but I've also got a length of Mersea and Poloni Airborne 5, which is a lightweight coax, and good quality connectors on there as well, because I'm going to lash the dipole to the fence post over there just to save guying it, and that RG174 won't be long enough, but I tend to use that quite a bit, the RG174, because it's obviously quite portable. Moving over to here, these I've got 6 these fiberglass rods, which are actually tent poles, so they're flexible, and I use these for the backstays for the dipole. And I have a 6 meter roach pole here, although the top elements are missing, so it's going to be quite low slung down to the ground, so it's more of a Envis antenna probably today than anything else. That's guys, although I won't need to guy it, and I've got some toggles as well to lash it to the post. These are the guys for the backstays, and they're pegs, which I wasn't sure where I was going to operate today. I was waiting to see what the weather was like and how windy it was, and it's quite windy, and it's not particularly warm either, so it was a choice of operating from either here or operating from another island called Ray Island, which is just where's it, west from here. There's the balun for the SOTA beams. SOTA beams 1-to-1 balun to go at the top of the pole, and that's about it really. So I use these rather than trying to peg into for the guys, rather than trying to put pegs into the beach. I will fill these 4 bags here for the stays, and I'll show you that later anyway. It's much more effective, and there's a handy sort of tip to go with them as well. So anyway, so that's the setup. Everything else sort of unpacked over here. Okay, so I've put the dipole up. I'm just going to show you the end where the backstays are. So I've got 3 fiberglass slot together tent poles that come from Go Outdoors, which is a camping shop here in the UK, an outdoor shop, and see, that's twisted around there, but you get the gist. And that's just a few winds round of PVC tape to stop that slipping down. At the top here, I've actually got 4mm banana plugs, which are just onto the hoop there actually, but the original plan was to actually tie it, sort of pull it through and tie a knot in it, but it seems to support it fine like that. And then I've got these, they're actually cash bags that banks use for coins, large amounts of coins. And the beauty of these, as opposed to pegs, including sand pegs, and certainly on this beach here, it's not very sandy, as you can see. Even with sand pegs, they don't push in very well. So I use these weighted bags. So along the foreshore here, there's loads of granite, which was dumped here years ago to sort of help stop the island eroding. And the beauty of using these as opposed to pegs is that when you want to adjust it, if you need to move it out a little bit, you can just lift the guy up, move it around, and it makes it much easier to position to put these links together. And it should be good to go on 80. Okay, the SWR is a bit higher than I'd like, but every time I put this aerial up, the circumstances are different, so it kind of is what it is. But I do like to use resonant aerials where I can, and I normally use verticals here as well for the take advantage of the saltwater takeoff, but it's just easy to change bands with a link dipole.
And the link dipole is obviously working very well. 20 Whiskey Mike Golf Portable, Germany 8 X-Ray Tango, Japan, over.
Yeah, Golf 8 X-Ray Tango Juliet 2 Echo 0 Whiskey Mike Golf Portable. Yeah, my ISWL number is Golf 21098. Golf 21098. And the WAB square number I'll give you again, which is Tango Lima 91, Tango Lima 91, Packing Shed Island in Essex. From 2 Echo Zero Whiskey Mike Golf Portable 7-3. Bye bye. Okay, I wasn't having much luck there on the net. It was a bit noisy, a bit of QRM. So I decided to quit while I was ahead. There was only about half a dozen stations on there anyway. So I'll have a little listen around on the rest of the band on 80, and I might actually call CQ, which is something I don't do very often. But I'll give it a bash anyway, and then depending on what happens there, I may go down to 40. CQ 2 Echo Zero Whiskey Mike Golf Portable. 2 Echo Zero Whiskey Mike Golf Portable calling CQ. CQ 2 Echo Zero Whiskey Mike Golf Portable calling CQ and standing by. There you go, simple as that. That's the beauty of these linked dipoles, is it's so easy to change bands. And the reason why I don't elevate the ends anymore is because I wouldn't be able to reach the links then, and I have to take the ends down. So it's all about the ease of changing the bands, really. Shut this door. There's a bit of a draft coming through there. Try 40. Thanks very much. You're 5'9" with me, no problem. My name is Kevin, Kilo Echo Victor Alpha November. Roger.
Roger, Kevin. My name is David. I'm GDS to the town focus and 35 miles due west of Belfast, Roger. Okay, just stand by. There was a portable station. Go ahead, portable only.
2 Echo Zero Whiskey Mike Golf Portable. Roger.
2 Echo Zero Whiskey Mike Golf Portable.
Roger, yeah.
Echo Zero Whiskey Mike Golf Portable. You're a solid 5'9" copy. The name is Mark Mike. All 400 kilos. I'll copy over there.
Yeah, thanks very much, Mark. You're also 5'9" with me. My name is Kevin, Kilo Echo Victor Alpha November. Roger.
Roger, no problems at all. Doing a great job, Portable. Sorry, 2 Echo Zero Whiskey Mike Golf Portable. We've not worked before. Good morning. My name is Ian, and I'm east of Darlington in the northeast, the very bottom edge of County Durham. And we've not worked before. You were 5'9" with me. 2 Whiskey Mike Golf Portable, Golf Zero Charlie November. Roger. 2 Echo Zero Whiskey Mike Golf Portable, 57 and 5 points for this hour. Bye-bye, 73.
Okay, 7-3. Ciao. Bye-bye.
Yeah, Roger. 2 Echo Zero Whiskey Mike Golf Portable. Good afternoon, so you're 5 and 5, 55, over.
Yeah, thanks very much for the 5-5. Your report 5-9. And thanks very much, and catch you further down. Bye for now.
Yeah, Kevin, great signal, my friend. And yes, a couple more calls. Mike 0, ABJ, listening 40.
2 Echo Zero Whiskey Mike Golf Portable.
Yeah, 2 Echo Zero Whiskey Mike Golf Portable. Wow, big signal for portable. You're 15 over S9 with me. My name's Andy, and we're in the county of Suffolk. Back to you, my friend.
Yeah.
Make some good contacts. You're absolutely booming in here, really are. Best 7-3s, and stay safe and good DX, Kev.
Yeah, okay, thanks, Andy. And yeah, just it's a new radio, this G90. Just quickly, what's the audio like? Go ahead.
Absolutely superb.
Well, that's quite a good report. So I think the audio seems to be okay. So I'll keep the mic settings and the compression on. But yeah, I mean, it's quite a good location here. So it's quite usual for me to get good reports on the signal front. So I was quite interested in the audio report. So all good. I'll have another listen around. There's a few stations I got in the log now, and then I'll probably just pack up and go for a paddle.